Okay, well, that's gonna be... Okay. Hello, hello. Are you recording?
Yeah, you better hope I am.
Oh, okay. Okay, hello, hello. Welcome back to my anesthetic.
No, pause.
We're off to a great start.
Have silence and then say hello, hello.
Okay. Hello, hello.
There you go.
Welcome back to my aunt's attic.
Welcome back.
How you doing, Mary Grace? Accurate.
Yeah, how you doing?
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm right on the same page as you. What were we talking about literally just a minute ago that we were saying we were going to talk about it? Oh, the
card game.
Okay, so yeah, I've been recently addicted to this stupid card game. I was reading a fanfic and it mentioned this game Nerds. So obviously, have to look it up, got on the App Store, downloaded it, and I got myself addicted to it. And it's a problem, because I have stuff to do. And I'm neglecting all the things I have to do for this stupid card game. So, it's like... What?
Is it like a solo, or is it like you're playing against people?
Play against, like, 3 computers or whatever.
Oh,
it's like a 4-person player game, whatever. I think you can play with, like, 2 to 4. But it is, like, solitaire, speed, and matching all at the same time. And I'm not a good multitasker, so I suck at this game, but I'm addicted to it. It's also called Peanuts. I don't know why it has 2 very, very different names, but there it is.
Peanuts?
Yep.
Is it just played with regular cards?
It is actually played with 4 decks of cards.
Oh, wow.
If you have 4 players, everybody has their own deck of cards, and you're playing solitaire with yourself while also trying to match in, like, the center arena, I guess. Everyone's throwing their cards in to match up the suits or whatever, I guess, in order. So you've got 4 different games going on at the same time, but then everyone's contributing to one game, and it's very fun.
That sounds like very ADHD-esque.
It's very stimulating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It's great.
Cool.
So this is going to be my hot obsession for a little while until I get over it and I never play the game again. Because that's how it goes.
Do you know how to play chess?
I do. As you can see by the large chess picture on my wall.
I can't learn it.
I suck at it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely suck at it, but I love it. Yeah. You can't learn. Yes, you can.
My brain, won't let me. I tried to learn.
You just have to know how the pieces move. That's it. And then you practice strategy, which I suck at. That's the part that I really suck at. Well, you done it now. We're going to play chess.
I would love to learn how to play.
Do I have a chess set? I do have a chess set. Okay.
I have one.
Okay. We're going to play. And it's fine. We'll suck together.
I know, but I really am so bad. You know how some people are just bad at, math?
Yes. Yes,
you just can't wrap your head around it kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wrap my head around it.
That's fine. We can play together, so then I can feel good about myself as I absolutely wipe the floor with you.
I won't even be aware that you're beating me. Until it's over. And
that's the thing about chess is the fun thing is no one's actually winning. I mean, there's definitely, offense and defense, and you can have a better position, but you don't win until you win.
Right.
There is no winning and losing. It's only win or loss. So, win or lose. You know what?
Wait, how is that different than winning? Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Because you can be in a really strategic position, but then all of a sudden one move later and you're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's really no... I mean, it's very push and pull.
No one's safe.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's not over till it's over. Till the fat lady sings. And I'll be singing. So. Anywho.
Oh, man. I was trying to get into it a couple months ago, and then I saw Queen's Gambit, and now I really want to get into it, but...
That's after that show came out, chess board sales skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
Because people thought they were going to be the next chess champion. It's like, nah, man. All it did was pretty much show off how stupid everybody is. Because it's definitely... That's what I love about the game, though. It's... I didn't realize there was so much strategy behind it. And here I'm just moving. I'm like, oh, this works here, and I'm safe over here. And yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm actually thinking so far ahead that I forget to look what's right in front of me.
Mm.
Me and my dad were playing one time, and I had this whole thing planned out. It was fantastic. I was like thinking 15 moves ahead, and because I was so far ahead in my own strategy, that I put myself right in his line of fire, and he destroyed me. And I was like, I missed it because I was not seeing what was in front of me. So don't do that either. Like I said, multitasking that I'm not good at.
Nobody is.
Yeah. But what's new? What happened during the week? Anything worth talking about?
Oh, I've just been so stressed out.
When's school starting?
The 28th.
I don't even know what day today is. So that
Today is the 16th.
okay.
We're recording this on the 16th of August.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
I do remember this. Yes.
I am getting my wisdom teeth out.
Hey. Do you get to keep them?
No.
What?
Because they're gonna, like, blast them into a million pieces and then vacuum them up.
Oh. That's a bummer.
I know, I want to keep them so badly.
They've been so cute.
Probably not.
I like teeth. That's so
I
creepy.
do too. No, I wanted to keep them.
What was the... Oh, have you ever seen, The Guardians? Is it Guardians? The Guardians. I think it's just called... Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay, that cartoon. Oh my god, the Tooth Fairy.
Fairy?
That is, she's just like, look at the little gum and blood. It's so cute. The little girl goes screaming. Oh my god.
Last year I got, like, a night guard made, and so they did, impressions, but they did, like, have you ever seen the new virtual impressions that you can do? Instead of having to, like, sift your teeth into that,
Cement stuff.
Silicone,
Yeah.
nasty. They just take a million pictures, like they just scan your mouth with this little camera, and it creates a 3D model
Oh my god.
that they use. It was so fascinating, but they made a mold of my teeth, and they had it, and they were, like, telling me about the night guard, and they're like, and I was just staring at this mold of my teeth like, I need it. Like, I need to keep it. And they're like, you know what? We'll give this to you if you're not going to lose it in case you need to get new ones. So we'll just use this to remake it. I'm like, yes! And it sits on my... it sits...
Oh my
no.
god.
Well, actually, I had it on a shelf, like, on display. But now I have, like, a little clock. And I took the clock apart, so it's just, like, the circle... the clock,
Yeah.
and so I have the teeth,
No way!
like, on either side of it. I'll show you a picture
Oh, that's
of it,
so
actually. But
I wish they had that when I was a kid, because when they did the mold,
I used to gag.
it squished out of the tray, and I threw up everywhere, repetitively, and they wouldn't take it out. They're just like, a few more seconds, as I'm actively
You were
throwing
throwing
up. Yeah.
Just redo it.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
the thing. They were
God.
just like, a few more seconds, and then they finally had to take it out, because I was literally puking up my life. And
We can
look at
insert
that!
this picture. Isn't that awesome?
What a clock sandwich. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Please.
But before
oh my God,
I had
that's so
them,
cool.
like, not, like a normal bite, like, I had it, like, twisted. So artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
That's so cool. I love it. That's very cool. But yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Dude, I'm so nervous.
You should definitely take videos or record yourself.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
I think I'm going to change my own phone passcode to something I don't know.
Please record it. I'm not joking you. Please record it, and then if it's any good, we'll have to post it.
Okay, maybe.
Do it.
We'll see what happens.
And if it's not any good, or if you're really embarrassed, then you don't have to show me, even though...
Maybe I'll FaceTime you.
That's what... Yes!
Because I
Wait.
feel like I will not want to be talking. I feel like I want to be doing sign language.
No, I have a webinar tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to FaceTime. That sucks.
What the freak is a webinar? I'm just
It's
kidding.
for work. I have
Tomorrow
to do-
morning?
It's a 15-hour webinar. It's split up into 3 days.
So what time do you have it?
From like 9:15 or something on to in the afternoon.
It sucks.
Yep, that's I gotta do.
I was
Continued
planning
education.
on FaceTiming you if I thought of it.
That had been so sick. But yeah, no, I will be. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Wait a second! This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh my god, let me check my schedule because I lied. I forgot what day it was. And I can't keep anything straight. Thursday. I'm free tomorrow morning! When are you doing it?
9.
Heck yes,
So I'll be out
FaceTime
by
me!
probably like 10.
I thought tomorrow was Friday.
Nope.
Oh,
Thursday.
sick. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited.
It's my grandma's birthday.
Yesterday was my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Grandma. was so stupid. We just like collectively agreed to commit to that.
Oh my god.
Oh, so anyway, I've been so stressed out that I like made myself catch a cold in the dead of August, and so
That's so impressive.
which was also frightening because you shouldn't be operated on if you're sick because they don't want you like sneezing and coughing and everything afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna just make the cut. Fingers crossed.
Well, do what you gotta do, I guess.
They also won't do it if I start to panic too much and my heart rate goes up really high when they're trying to like sedate me.
I'll probably never be able to get mine out because considering the fact that you walk into my door and I panic. All right, folks.
Don't say it like that. It sounds like you panicked because I came over.
No, so I've committed to having intro music for every time Mary Grace walks through my front door. And I was playing my card game as I'm sitting here in my living room waiting for her. And then I see her start walking across my porch. And then I panic. And then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get the song. I gotta get the song set up. I gave myself anxiety.
She's been sitting here panicking.
like shaking.
For like 15 minutes.
I am. I'm still shaking a little bit. The adrenaline got pumping. And so, yeah, someone walking to my front door makes me panic.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. It's mine for being an absolute basket case.
Should I knock on the side of the house before I start to
No, because it's not actually
the porch?
It's not actually you. It's just the timing. I was like, oh my god, I have to get it set up. I have to get my
but
song.
so you get the timing right. I'll let you know. I'll let you know that I'm gonna walk in the door before I walk in the door.
It might help, but at the same time, I'm still a basket case, so I'll probably still panic. Cause yeah, you should have seen me. I was like, it was like a child. It was like a movie or something, just like fumbling around,
like flipping around. Yeah.
Oh, it's so pathetic.
It's okay. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, panic just for absolutely
just like no reason? Yeah.
Gotta love anxiety, man. That's such a good time.
It's so awesome.
I remember I was working at the bookstore one time, and I actually went to see, I mentioned her before, my friend Maddie. She was working, and I was not, and I was having a really rough day. And she always helps me, because she had issues with panic and whatever, too. So I was having a panic attack, and so I went to work to see my friend Maddie, and she was like, you've got the crazy eyes. And I'm like, dude, I'm freaking out. She's like, just walk around with me, take a deep breath. And I'm like, oh my god. I started like, on my day off, I just went back to work and I started stacking books just to give my hands something to do. Mm-hmm. It was pretty pathetic. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
anxiety's so weird.
It is. Because you're just sitting there, it's just like, there's literally nothing happening right now, and I'm panicking. I saw a lamp. Oh my god, end of the world.
It's also weird because I feel like some people experience it, like, maybe later on, and I feel like some people are born with it, and I feel like I was definitely born with it, so I'm in a constant state, so I feel fine, but I'm physically, like, not fine. You know what I mean?
You're fine as everyone else is, like
panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why am I clenching my jaw just sitting here, like, on TikTok?
That's me driving or doing anything. I have to, like, unlock everything. You know, it's exhausting. It's so physically exhausting. I think that's why I'm chronically fatigued. Mm-hmm. It's just constant state of elevated anxiety, and adrenaline is just constantly pumping.
Probably.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
That should be next week's intro song.
No, you know what? Yes. What was terrible? So, I mentioned it before. We've had Ding Dong Ditchers. Mm-hmm. This was such a wild switch of conversation. Sorry. Brain is going a mile a minute.
Go for it.
So we've had Ding Dong Ditchers. I don't know what you would call them, groundskeepers. I don't know. It's a very weird situation here at my apartment complex. But anyway, groundskeepers, I guess they put cameras and lights up behind the apartment buildings because that's where these kids have been always going, just banging on the back doors. Mm-hmm. So they put cameras and lights up and everything, and then they got them. I mean, just full frontal. Like, we know exactly what they look like. And so my neighbor, he comes around, and he came to my front door, and I opened the door, and a spider falls. A massive spider falls from the door frame. Had I been walking through the door rather than just answering it to talk to him, it would have fallen right on my head, and I would have had to kill myself. And so it was But yeah, just fell
Did
right
it,
in front
like,
of my face.
fall, or what, did it descend on a?
It like fell. Like there was no getting around this thing coming down. But yeah, fell right in front of my face, landed on the floor, scurried into my kitchen as I'm talking to him, and then he showed me the picture of the kids and said that, we're sending it off to the police.
What if it was me? What if you look at the picture and it's me? That would be so stupid.
Like,
do they live here, or?
I don't know where they live. I don't know. It's like a couple teenage kids, maybe senior high school, college freshmen or something like that. But I'm like, that's really dumb. In today's day and age, when everyone has Ring doorbells,
It's
everyone
so
has
boring,
cameras.
though. Like,
it's like, I mean, that's something that I could get away when I was a kid, not today, though. So, I don't know why these kids are bothering to do it. And then, but my neighbor, he was just like, I don't know if we're going to prosecute. And I'm like, wait, what? No! You just show that they're busted and tell them to stop. Like, they're not getting away with it anymore. Don't actually put this on their record to ruin their life or something. I was like, I'm going to be really irritated if they do something to these kids. Like, they're just goofing off, And not that I should be advertising this, but my car door is open. Half the time my front door is open because this is like a gated community and everything. And so I'm like, I'm not too worried. They've never bothered anything. They've never broken anything. They're just stupid kids doing a stupid prank. Not that, if someone had a heart attack and died, then, that'd be a slight issue, but because there's old people here, but I don't know. But anyway, what'd you do? Like, did you ever play Ding Dong Ditch as a kid?
no.
No?
Never.
You say that like you're judging kids that did.
Well, I didn't really have neighbors. I had, like, one neighbor on each side of my house, and that was it. Gotcha. I didn't live in, like, a neighborhood.
Gotcha.
So, no. Like, even for trick-or-treating and Halloween and stuff, we would go to the next neighborhood over, because there wasn't much of a neighborhood where I lived. So, no.
I know, I've said it before, that we had to play Ding Dong Ditch in the middle of the day.
And you hid behind that tree.
Hid behind the tree.
That's too good.
Stupid stuff that kids do. But yeah, can't do that today anymore.
No,
suck the
I
fun
wouldn't.
out of it. No, especially because people are trigger happy.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess around. I don't mess around with people.
Nope. So that's what I'm saying. Just tell these kids to knock it off. But I don't know. What was I thinking about earlier today? I was just... Oh no, what happened? Oh no. My brain is so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Oh, it was so funny. What was I thinking?
Was it about Ding Dong Ditch?
No, it was something that I did as a kid that you can't do anymore because of the way technology... Oh! Okay. So, we were talking about movies last week, right?
Yes.
And, which I forgot to... I don't know if I mentioned it or not because it's one of my absolute favorite blooper things from A Knight's Tale. Because it was filmed in Czechoslovakia, and so all the extras were Czechoslovakian, and they didn't speak English, but it's an English movie. Mm-hmm. And so all the main actors, Paul Bettany, who played Geoffrey Chaucer in the movie, he has like this big, huge speech after Will wins his first sword fight, and he goes on this big just rant or whatever. Nobody spoke English though, so they gave that like a general direction of just like when he pauses in his speech, that's when everybody cheers. Okay. But they didn't know exactly when it was supposed to be, so he's going on this rant and then he stops and nobody cheers. And a few minutes before, you could actually see a couple of the women, they threw their hands up thinking that was the moment, and that wasn't, and so they stopped. So you could see like it's about to happen. And then he stops talking, nobody does anything. And then the guy who plays Roland, he's out of the side of his mouth, he goes, yeah! And then that's when everyone starts cheering. And I absolutely love it. And that's what was in the film because the look on Paul Bettany's face, he like looks over, he's like, why aren't they cheering? Like, what's going on? So perfect. But anyway, that was a side story to what my actual story was. Sorry, I'm a disaster
I was really
right now.
confused on how that was something that you did when you were a kid but can't do anymore.
No, that was a side story. That just because I forgot to mention it before, and that's my absolute favorite little blooper thing. Anyway, no, as a kid, did you ever go to video rental stores?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay, so I'm not that old. Okay.
No, I went until I was probably 12, 13.
Really? They were still around?
Yeah, but they were not lively. I think we were the only people keeping them in business.
Oh my god, that's too funny. No, I was picking out today's song for your introduction into my house, and I was thinking about Shrek and then just a bunch of different other cartoons and kids movies and stuff, and It made me think of when I was a kid, my dad used to drive truck, and on weekends he would take longer trips, so he would be gone overnight. And so Friday nights were me, my mom, and my brother, like our date night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She would take me and my brother out to eat wherever we wanted. Even if she had to go to 2 separate places, we both got whatever we wanted to eat, and then we both got to pick out a movie. So we would go to the video rental store, and every single week, I chose Slappy and the Stinkers.
What is that?
Just the greatest kids movie ever!
Every week you pick the same thing?
Every single week. I don't know how my mom did it. God bless her. I would have lost my mind. But every single week, I chose Slappy and the Stinkers. And it is this group of...
What the freak is that?
It's these group of kids in this, like... I don't know if it's a summer academy or something. I don't know what it is. But they're at this school, and they go on a field trip to an aquarium, and there's a sea lion, and they feel for him. They're just like, oh, he should be in the sea. And so they take a mission to get the sea lion back to the sea, and it's just a fiasco.
Is the sea lion Slappy?
Yes. And the Stinkers are the group of kids.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
It is so wild. It's so ridiculous. And it is just... It's filmed kind of like a cartoon with, like, the way it's cut and just edited. I don't know. I love it. But, yeah, I did that every single week to the point where the video rental store, they just gave us the movie.
No way.
I'm dead serious. They just gave it to us.
I'm surprised, though, at that time you guys didn't just make a copy of it.
Well, this was VHS. It's not
it was VHS?
Yeah.
Dang, that's a long time ago.
This was VHS, and we
I love those kind of movies, though, that I grew up on that were just so, like, niche and so, like, I was probably the only person in the world watching them. Those
like what?
My sister and I had this one we watched all the time. It was called Dinotopia. It was a cartoon about these dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what the plot is. There's an egg that they had to return or something like that.
Did you ever watch Land Before Time?
No.
What? Oh my god.
I don't know that.
Land Before... No way. That's like the #1 dinosaur movie ever.
I wasn't even into dinosaurs.
Lame.
It was just the DVD that we had in our car, and we watch it for the car rides.
So, fun story. Not really. It's actually really heartbreaking. But it's another one that kind of clings to my soul. So, in The Land Before Time, there's this little dinosaur called Ducky, who is voiced by a little girl named Judith Barcy, who was brutally murdered by her father. Yeah. And then on her gravestone, it says, "Yep, yep, yep," which was Ducky's little catchphrase.
That's really sad.
Yeah. I know. There's, like, a whole story to it and everything. Like, she was in Jaws, and then he was so controlling that it gave her horrible anxiety where she would pluck out her cat's whiskers and pluck out her own eyelashes, and it was just very controlling of her business and her career as a child actress and everything, and then was very controlling of her mother as well. Threatened them constantly, and eventually he followed through on his threats and killed her and her mother. So, yeah.
Wow.
Moving on, because that's really sad.
Wait, do you know about the murder in Mansfield or whatever?
Mansfield,
maybe? Ohio?
Yes.
You know Mansfield?
Yeah.
In, like, the late 80s, there was this guy who was a doctor, so he would, like, cheat on his wife all the time, you know, and she knew about it, but, like, wouldn't do anything about it, that kind of situation, and he had a girlfriend, he got her pregnant, he, like, proposed to her, and his son, who was, like, 11 years old at the time, he brought the girlfriend around the son, and finally the mom was like, "That's it, I'm leaving you." So the father murdered the mother that night, and the son heard it happen, like, was well aware that this is something that might have happened, because his dad was a horrible dad, right, whatever. And so the next morning, he goes to his dad, "Where's my mom?" And the dad is like, "She's on vacation." And the son is like, "She wouldn't leave. And if she would have brought this with her. She would have told this person." Like, he knew. He was, oh my god, he was 11 years old, but he was so aware.
Yeah.
So he calls all of his mom's friends. He gets a phone book and calls all of her friends and says, "Call the police," you know, like, because they would have known if she left. So the police show up. They search the house, can't find anything, and they're like, well, maybe she did just up and leave. That happens, you know, and they don't look further into it.
She in the walls.
Huh?
She in the walls.
She was in the basement floor.
Ugh.
There was only one detective on the whole team of people who was
That-
willing to hear the little boy out, and he had all the details, and he just told these vivid, gave all the information about what happened. And so, like a month later, like the whole time the boy would go to school, use the school's phone, and call this one detective and give him information every single day while he was still living with his father.
Yikes.
And the dad, I think, was getting kind of antsy, and so he's like, tomorrow I'm moving to Florida. And so the son is like, calls the detective, they get CPS in the house, and they found the mom in the basement floor. And then they arrest the dad, and then a couple of years later, they, DNA testing or whatever came out, and they proved it was her, because they weren't positive at the time. But, yeah, he was, like, only 11, and there's videos of him, like, in the courtroom, like, telling the story, and oh my god, he was so intelligent,
crazy.
but, like, if it were not for him, like, it would have been swept under the rug.
Yeah. Dear Lord.
But I love that story. It's so interesting.
There's, have you ever watched BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Mm-hmm.
True crime?
Yeah.
That was like my bedtime story. It was really twisted. But I would just like watch all of that. And the fact that it's over is really upsetting to me. That was like my favorite thing ever. But, our neighbor, when I lived back in Ohio, down the street, there's neighbors of ours who lived in a house that, are you not recording?
I am.
Okay. Don't need another issue like before. But our next door neighbors had a house that a doctor used to own, and he like cracked and he murdered his entire family in the basement. And we went down there, and it was very weird.
You went down there?
We went down to the murder basement. That's what we called it, the murder basement. I don't know.
God bless.
I don't know the full story or anything. I just know a doctor killed his family. So, yeah. My cousin's going to be a doctor. Hopefully he doesn't crack.
So random. That was so random.
Unlike these other people, I'm so stinking proud of him. He is so freaking smart, and he's going to be such a kick-ass doctor. It's going to be awesome.
Congratulations, cousin.
Yeah. He is so stressed. I feel for the guy. He's under the knife. No, not really. But, what is he, a third-year med student?
Wow.
Something or other. But he's already, what did they say? He's already performing at, like, a third-year resident level or something.
Wow.
Or either first or third year. So something. Or he is, like, performing above and beyond his level of education.
That's amazing.
He's so freaking awesome.
That is so cool.
But, so what else is going on?
Oh, God. I just got whiplash.
Sorry.
Where did we just go?
Welcome to my brain.
Seriously.
I looked at a house.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't my house.
Right.
Just
because someone else it belongs to. At least right now. You could maybe buy it.
No, I'm not buying that because
it was bad.
It was bad.
Was there people in the basement?
There was water in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
No. But the entire foundation was like rotting away. But I'm on a search for a house, so we'll see. Nice. We'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed.
Where was it?
Just right down the street.
Oh, okay.
That way. I pointed the wrong direction. Wait, no, it's that way. Yeah, that way. Okay. Right down the street that way.
Nice.
So yeah. Because obviously anybody listening can see which direction I'm pointing.
Everybody turn your heads to the left. It's that way.
Yep. But it looked really good in pictures. Man, it is impressive how well people can take pictures to completely skew.
It's crazy. They take it with like a 0.5 lens, and then they put the camera like in the very absolute corner so it looks massive.
And then you get there and it's like a shoebox. Like, wait a second,
yeah.
What just happened? Kind of Alice in Wonderland nonsense just happened.
Have you ever looked at your own house like on one of those websites and you're like, this isn't it?
No, that's not something I spend my time doing.
Well, okay, I have. I've looked at my own house on those, what do you call it?
Viewfinder or like Google Maps or something?
No, like when they're for sale.
Zillow?
Yeah, like Zillow. And it doesn't even look real. It's weird.
It's false information.
It's fake news.
It's fake news.
Zillow is fake news.
It is. But, no, that's it. It just kind of put into perspective, like, how much money I don't have. And considering I was in school for the past couple years, I called up the lender and she's like, I need your tax information, blah, blah, blah. And I send it to her and I'm looking at my numbers and I'm like, how am I alive? I made no money.
Really?
When I was in school, I mean, I obviously didn't work as much, but I was like, this is less than survivable amount of money. I'm like, how am I alive right now? But yeah, the difference between last year and this year already, and we're only in August or something, monumentally different. So I'm thinking maybe I should wait till next year to actually start applying for loans and stuff, because then my taxes will look a little bit better.
Right.
This isn't information anybody is interested in. I'm sorry.
It's just stressing me out. I don't like to think about it.
Well, you're not buying a house, so you don't have to think about it.
God bless America.
Live at home, folks, as long as you can. How old are you?
21.
21? Yeah, I was living on my own by 21. So.
Weird. I know Eric moved out when he was 17.
Yeah, but he didn't have to. He just chose to do that.
Yeah.
Which was just...
I don't know.
I don't want to say it was not smart, but it was dumb.
We'll know that he listened to this if he says something about that. This is a true test.
I'm calling him out right now.
He probably won't get this far into the episode. He's like, I listened to half of them and then I kind of forget about it.
I don't think it registers unless you listen to like
the full thing.
The full thing. So, folks, even if you're not listening to the full thing, just let it run through.
Stay till the end.
Just let it run through so we get the numbers.
Skip to the end of the episode.
Wow, that's the way to do it. But no, so we've already skirted the issue of what we were going to originally talk about, which was what you texted me this morning, and I forget it already.
Yeah, I saw your text last night, and then I thought about it for a while,
and then you ignored me,
and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I thought about it again. Well, I was really up at 3 a.m, still thinking about it, and then I fell asleep again.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm on a weird schedule.
Oh my god, I got 8.5 hours for the first time I think ever in my entire life.
Last night?
No, Sunday night.
And?
I think I can fight a dinosaur.
Still? Right now?
Yeah.
You made up for it?
Yeah. The last couple nights I've woken up at like a weird time in the middle of the night, but I've fallen right back asleep. Mm-hmm. I have gotten more sleep than I've ever gotten before. And you know what it is? I've cracked the key to my life. I'm pumping Pamprin. Pamprin.
What is that?
It's like menstrual cycle, like, symptoms reliever.
Okay.
And that thing puts me on my ass. I started my period, had cramps, whatever. Took a couple Pamprin right before I went to work because they were really bad. And I couldn't see straight. I had to work a full day.
Is it like Benadryl kind of effect on your brain?
Something? I don't know. I've never taken Benadryl, so I don't know.
Oh, Benadryl was like being high, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I say I was going cross-eyed, I'm literally like dead-eyed, cross-eyed, like falling over. It's a muscle relaxer. And so I'm like, I'm at work, which requires muscles, and I'm like, I cannot function properly. And I'm
noodle arms.
I got my noodle arms.
Imagine you're getting a massage and their arms are just limp and sliding all over your back. They're like,
That was basically it. So it hit me hard. And then I was like, okay, can never do that again. The next month, forgot.
Oh my god.
Took another Pamprin right before. I had one appointment. Cramps started kicking in before my next appointment, which was the last of the day. And I took a couple Pamprin right before it, and I started fading out. And I was like, thank God, I just have one appointment, and then I could go home. And I did. I went home. It was like around 3 or 4 or something. Zonked out for like several hours. Knocked me out. Woke up just enough to have like a quick little like girl dinner kind of thing.
Girl dinner.
And then I was like, well, crap, I took this like several hour nap. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
You still did.
I popped a couple more Pamprin.
Oh my god, you're addicted to Pamprin.
I'm addicted to Pamprin. But
do they have meetings for that kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't care. It's an addiction that I am glad to have.
No, you're not addicted to it. You just abused it.
I did.
There's a difference.
Some one-time abuse.
Yeah, you can abuse something like once in a while and not be addicted to it. Yeah.
But it's an every night thing because I've never gotten...
Wait, every night this week you've been using Pamperin?
Yeah. Just a couple Pamperin. It says not to take more than 6 every 24 hours. I'm only taking 2 every 24 hours.
I know, but how long term are you supposed to be using the Pamperin?
I asked my aunt, who is a nurse, and she said, "Oh, it's fine."
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep doing it because I swear to God, I feel fantastic.
The muscles be... Hey, I'm happy for you.
I've never, like I said, I could fight a dinosaur. I wouldn't win, but I could.
You would get in there.
I'd get in the ring. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
I cracked the key to my life. Now I just gotta get some other meds to get my head on straight, and then we're good.
Pamperin. That is too funny.
Oh my God.
I've never heard of that.
I thought this was a very regular thing that everybody used, but yeah.
No.
But yeah, knocks me out, man.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, I fall asleep at like 11 and I wake up at 3 and then I have all this crazy energy until 5 in the morning and then I go back to sleep.
You want me to deal you some Pamperin?
No.
I'm not joking.
That scares me a little bit. I don't want to be like so sleepy that I can't control it.
I mean, like, I told my aunt about it, and she's like, "That's weird. That's not supposed to happen." So my reaction to Pamperin is unusual.
Oh.
So you could probably take it and be fine.
I'm good on the Pamperin. Thank you, though.
Take melatonin, then.
That's
the actual real sleep.
Wait, I want to make, like, a fake name for it, like, as if, like, like you're drug dealing. You got that Pamp?
I'm Pimpin Pamp.
I'm Pimpin Pamp. We gotta name the episode that.
Oh my God. Did I tell you about...
Probably not.
I probably did, actually, because I repeat the same stories 10,000 times. But we were having dinner with my grandparents one time, and she was mentioning, like, someone else who, a friend of ours died, older gentleman, but he died, and telling the news to this other guy kind of put him in a little bit of a tailspin, I guess, of him worrying about his own health, thinking that he was going to be the one to go next or something or other. My grandma was telling the story, and I just turned to my cousin, I'm just like, and we were talking, she was like, he's like really, he, she, it, they, what now? Oh my God. I'm sorry, I need a Pamperin.
No, I think you need less Pamperin is what is going on.
But no, my cousin turns to me, and he's like, she's really, death. Everything's death with Grandma right now. And I'm like, yeah, she's the Gram Reaper.
The Gram Reaper.
And he was like, we should get Grandma a hearse with that as the license plate is the Gram Reaper.
License plate?
And have Grandma riding around in a hearse.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Kind of adorable.
The Gram Reaper.
The Gram Reaper.
Yep. I love it. But, what?
What?
I don't know.
Okay. My grandpa... So my grandma just turned 95.
Holy shit.
My grandpa died 4 years ago.
Oh,
and
he got out. Lucky him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. So every day... So he was in a nursing home for probably the last few years of his life. So every day she would go to the nursing home for lunch and, like, make him a lunch and bring it to him. And when he died, she was in such, like, a routine that she, like, kept making lunches and trying to go to the nursing home. And so my aunts had to write in permanent marker on the fridge, "Dad is dead. He's at Calvary Cemetery.
Oh, no.
Do not go to the nursing home."
Oh, no.
And it's kind of funny now, but because it's still there. And for Christmas, I'm gonna make, like, a fridge magnet.
Oh my
like,
God.
Of a copy of it and give it to all my family, like, a fridge magnet that is,
that is the
a print of "Dad is dead. He's at Calvary Cemetery. No food needed." That's what it says.
Oh my God, that's perfection.
Yeah.
In permanent marker, though. Fridges are like that weird texture. Like a dry erase marker would have been
at
better.
first, but no, it's permanent now.
Oh, well, I love that. That's fantastic. Yeah. Oh my god. That's my mom was talking about. She keeps harping on me and my brother to figure out what we want them to do when they die. Mm-hmm. Do you want like a burial plot? Do you want cremation? I'm like, I literally not gonna care. Me and my brother are both like, dig a hole in the backyard and we'll cover you up with the backhoe.
Did you know? You're not even ready for this.
Okay.
I know this on TikTok. Did you know that if you bury like someone in your yard and like make a plot for them and everything and whatever, you bury someone in your yard, it becomes like state property or something. You don't have to pay taxes on it, and they can't take the house away from you ever.
There's definitely stipulations behind that, but yeah, I did hear something like that. I also learned on TikTok that when you buy a burial plot, it's only for 99 years. You're basically
you have to pay rent on it.
You're renting that area for 99 years.
And then they'll take you out and you put someone else in there if you don't pay for it.
So I told my mom that, and I'm like, listen, I'm not visiting you. I'm not sentimental. You're dead, you're gone.
What if you move, then? You're never going to visit.
Yeah. So I'm like, don't worry about a burial plot because I ain't come to see you. And so I don't want to rent ground that is useless to me, and then you're just going to be dug up and thrown out anyway. So just skip the step, cremate yourself. I'll put you up on the mantle. I'll put a little Santa hat on you at Christmas. Little reindeer antlers. A little top hat at St. Patrick's Day.
Santa hat.
I'm like, I'll have real fun with your urn or whatever, but like, we're not going to do the burial plot because that's expensive and you're just renting land.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
But I remember when my grandpa was buried, like they had like a double plot for him and my grandma, and so her tombstone was already there, just like it didn't have her death year or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, that's such a weird thing to be looking at, isn't it?
That's my grandparents have both their plots already picked out, and I'm like, that's
so weird.
There's something so morbidly disturbing about that. I mean, like, we all die. It's a fact, but like, we don't have to make it so evident that it's just like, here's my death spot. Like, what? Ew, gross. I would love to die on my birthday.
That'd be kind of satisfying.
Like, if I had a tombstone or whatever, have just like the one October 30th and then 2 years.
Well, because then people walk around and they go, oh, she died on her birthday. I always do that when I see that happened. I always point it out. So
it's the circle of life, and I love that, the perfection. So yeah.
Well, you want to be cremated, and you want to be spread on Poop Island, right?
Yeah. Yep. So.
Throwback. That's a callback to an old episode.
Oh my.
Check out Death Wishes. This is the episode on chaotic energy.
Is it?
I think so.
Did I talk about that?
Yeah. That's how I know about it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what I talked about, when I talked about it, who I talked about it with. And I'll probably repeat the same things over and over. Get over it.
It's alright. I like when I listen to a podcast and they've already told a story before and I know how it goes.
Because then it feels like you know them.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Exactly.
Yep. What were, nope, forgot it again. Goldfish brain.
I was gonna say something too and I forgot what it was.
Yeah, we're doing so good. And now I forgot the other thing. It was something about death. It's probably better that I forgot.
I'm so blank right now. I had so many things and now I'm just...
Well, I love the fact that what we planned on talking about didn't happen.
Next week.
Okay.
Next week.
We'll save it for next week. No, okay, serious note.
Oh, God.
And actually, that's the thing I was trying to find in that book there. With Maui, everything going on in Maui. I don't know the full story.
I don't either.
I'm not going to pretend that I do. And I don't like making things political, especially when there are so many lives lost, so many families devastated. But unfortunately, the world we live in, everything really is political. Mm-hmm. And here's me in my tinfoil hat. I hope and pray that this is not actually true, but me being the pessimistic mind that I am, I don't think it was accidental, or as accidental as I think a lot of people would like to believe a wildfire is. This, especially, is at Lahaina, that whole area, that whole stretch of road, was basically, I feel like this was a way of getting people uprooted out of the area, so then developers can come and make multi-million-dollar developments and condos and hotels and everything. And now people are displaced out of their homes, and their, Native Hawaiians are out of their land more and more. So I don't think it was as accidental. I really hope that's wrong. Please, someone prove me wrong, because that'd be great. I would love to be proven wrong on that. But me and my tinfoil hat, like I said. But it's just really devastating that the Hawaiian culture is so incredible and so beautiful, and it's being pushed out, and it's being minimized to the point where it's almost extinct.
Yeah, I can't believe people are still vacationing there.
And yeah, like, please cancel.
Like, I thought we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
Stop, and like, going.
Stop vacationing there. Stop moving there. Mm-hmm. That's more than anything. Stop moving there. You are literally taking away Native Hawaiian land from people who can no longer afford it because it's being developed into such resorted areas. Please stop. Please leave these poor people alone. If you're going anywhere, send them resources and then get up and go. Leave. Help them and leave. It's just so frustrating. But the thing, I know it's your week to have.
No, but you take it, because mine was related to what we were going to talk about. Okay. So I'll save it, if that's okay with you.
So I'm hijacking this week's The More You Know. So this is a letter of protest from Queen Liliuokalani of Hawaii to the House of Representatives in 1898. Despite what people may think or what history has told us, the Hawaiian Islands never wanted to be a part of the United States. The U.S. government went in and they was like, we want this. And they were like, we don't want you here. And they were like, too bad, you're ours now. And they basically took over the Hawaiian Islands. So this was, I'll just read it. So in 1898, Hawaii's last queen, Liliuokalani, traveled to Washington, D.C. to ask President William McKinley, the U.S. Congress, and the American people to restore governance of the Hawaiian Islands to the native monarchy. Her efforts failed, but she continued to lobby for Hawaiian independence until her death in 1917. And this is her letter to them. The House of Representatives of the United States. I, Liliuokalani of Hawaii, named heir apparent on the 10th day of April, 1877, and proclaimed Queen of the Hawaiian Islands on the 29th day of January, 1891, do hereby earnestly and respectfully protest against the assertion of ownership by the United States of America of the so-called Hawaiian Crown Islands, amounting to about 1 million acres, and which are my property, and I especially protest against such assertion of ownership as a taking of property without due process of law and without just or other compensation. Therefore, supplementing my protest of June 17, 1897, I call upon the President and the National Legislature and the people of the United States to do justice in this manner and to restore to me this property, the enjoyment of which is being withheld from me by your government under what must be a misapprehension of my right and title. Done at Washington, District of Columbia, United States of America, this 19th day of December in the year 1898. I think that is incredible. Just everyone's getting steamrolled, and history has proven over and over again that the one on top is going to steamroll the little ones in absolutely no regard for the culture, the people, the history that they are steamrolling. And I know what I love, I've always loved the movie Lilo and Stitch, because they did a really good job of capturing Hawaiian culture without destroying it. They did a really wonderful job of respecting the hula, actual hula, which so many people are just waving their arms around and doing that's not hula. Oh my god. Hula is so strong and so specific and just such an incredible art form. And that's the thing. It's just so demeaned and belittled and just washed out because people aren't noticing what is actually really there. And nobody cares. And it's just how can I get the best views? And how can I get the best of my time and trip and money? And who cares about what I'm actually ignoring or stepping on and desecrating in my trip to have adventure and everything. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I don't know. It's devastating to see what's happening. And then I will be really, really, really pissed off to see that land that has now been burned, to see it become developments rather than it being given back to the people and the families of those who've been lost, which the death count is extremely high. I think the last time I looked, which was like a day or two ago, I think the count was like 99. They're talking like over 1,000 people have been killed, but that's just the ones that have been identified and, you know, claimed as actual dead. But it's absolutely devastating. Hearts go out to them. Like I said, like we both said, don't vacation there. Send help, but that's it. Stop moving there. Oh my God. So yeah. Anywho.
People are selfish.
And I've always wanted to learn the language. It's such a gorgeous language. The Hawaiian language is only made up of 12 letters.
Wow.
Which I think is really incredible. It's so pretty.
That's really cool.
But anyway, not to end on like a really depressing note. What time are we at?
But it is depressing. We're at like 50 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why? Well, I'm so sorry. I don't know. But that's also another point of why I love history so much, because there's so much, it's more deep than we realize, than what, you know, the victors will tell. There's so many more stories behind it. There's just, I don't know. I like history. That's, to actually figure out the real history behind things. And that's why I love things like True Crime Unsolved. You know, just to kind of get into the mindsets of people, and to figure out where they're going, why they do the things they do, which is also disturbing because humans suck royally. This is brutal.
What's brutal?
Listening to me talk.
No, it's all true.
My mind is just chaos right now, and I don't know how to put it into words, but I'm just so sick of people. We need to, what's the faith in humanity? There was like a Humanity Restored, Faith in Humanity Restored or something. There was like I don't know if there was like a Tumblr page or something. I need to get back to that, because I am seeing more and more absolutely depraved humanity rather than having it restored. So I need to switch gears a little bit, because I was just talking to my chiropractor. He's not mine, but I work with him. And I was telling him just how irritated and how despicable our government has gotten to be, especially with my number one thing is human trafficking. America is just a funnel for human trafficking, and it is the most deplorable, disgusting, inhumane thing, and it just enrages me that it's not being taken care of, because I'm telling you, you know, our government is the main people it's the main customers that are our people in government. And the fact that people aren't paying attention to that, people aren't talking more about the movie Sound of Freedom, which I still need to go see. But this needs to be taken care of. And I love Ashton Kutcher. He's doing pretty monumental work on that front. And there are so many others, but again, I don't know enough about it because it's not talked about enough. But yeah, with our government being the main customers, it's not being actually taken care of. And that is the number one thing in my book that needs wiped out. It's disgusting. But I was talking to my chiropractor, and I just told him I'm just angry and I'm disgusted, and it's eating away at my soul knowing that this is the kind of thing that's happening in our country. And he was like, the only person though that's hurting is you. It's eating away at you. And I'm like, how do I not let it eat away at me? This is the country I live in. How do I not let it consume me? And because and it's frustrating because I'm like one person. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it.
Well, where do you start when the people who are the main customers are also the people who are in power?
Yeah.
It's
like, how do you go to your local government and you say, hey, like, we need to focus on this, but they're like, oh, no, we're not, because we don't want to. Sweep it under the rug. Like, What do I do? I don't know what to do. And it's just frustrating because I feel completely useless. And it's like I said, I'm completely broke at the same time, so I can't even fund anything, other than like, here's $50, like, because that's really going to do a whole lot. But if everybody did $50 at the same time, okay. My mind is
everybody
spiraling.
Donate $50. No, I am the same way, and so even though I think it needs more attention, I can't focus on it too much because it only eats away at me, especially because I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad with names. The guy who the movie Sound of Freedom is about, shout out to him. He's doing amazing work. Wish I could do something like that, except I'm a chicken shit. So he's doing what I know I could never do. I can't even answer my door without freaking out.
Oh yeah, that's actually facts. Yeah.
But we need more people like him in the world who actually care. And yeah, we need to just blanket get rid of our government and restart. Because there is nothing but corrupt, vile, disgusting people in our government.
Yeah.
So, stop being sheep, people. Demand more from your country.
Rise up. Start chaos.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I just feel like we're searching for things to talk about.
Do you have Snapchat?
I don't.
Oh my god. I set myself into, like, a panic yesterday because... Do you know about the Snapchat AI thing?
Yeah, you were telling me about that, yeah.
So, like, Snapchat made its own, like, contact, basically, in your list of contacts that you've recently talked to. Like, on messages, the most recent one is up top. It has an AI that you can chat with, and it's always at the top. Like, you can't move it, right? So, it's been on there for, a couple months now.
It's forcing you to be its friend.
And... Well, no, like, it's a kind of thing where it's a computer, so it'll only talk to you if you say something first. It always has the last word of a conversation, like, it always responds, no matter what it is. Very generic, whatever, like, it's all of its information from the internet, da-da-da. It can't send pictures, right? It's only chat messages. Well, yesterday, it posted something on its story. And it was like a 1 or 2 second clip of, like, the upper corner of a wall. Just for a second. It, like, moves. It's just, like, a blank wall and a ceiling. And if you try to, like, ask it about it, it'll say, like, sorry, I'm experiencing an error. Sorry, I'm experiencing an error. Like, it wouldn't say anything. No matter what you said. If you said hi, it'd be like, sorry, I'm experiencing an error. And a lot of people saw it. It's not up anymore, and it's fixed now, but I was, like, talking to it, and it's being really weird. Like, it's using a bunch of, like, happy face emojis, and it's like, haha, hope you're having a good day, smiley, 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 smiley. Like, it's really suspicious, you know what I mean?
I'm disturbed.
I'm disturbed! I was driving in my car, and I, like, opened Snapchat, and I was like...
Why would you do that while driving?
I was at a red light.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that something was on its story. I'm like, wait, but it can't send pictures. It's a computer. And I watched the story and I'm like, it looks like it was taken on accident, because it's just like the wall for a second. It's a video.
Well, like I said, AI is backed by human programming, and so I'm thinking it's probably not AI. Like,
well, right. It's
probably FBI and CIA agents behind the, AI screen name, and someone accidentally posted something, but dialed a picture or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It creeps me out so badly.
Like I said, AI should not be a thing. And I think my phone finally picked up on the fact that I don't like the AI. So either people have stopped doing it, or they've stopped showing me lives of people doing, like, the AI.
Oh, I saw one this morning. No! I saw one this morning.
I can't handle it. It's not okay. It's not right. It's not. Nope. You need help. I'm judging. And if I'm the one judging, I'm like I said, I'm a basket case. And if I know that that's messed up, people need help. You need help.
What's weirder is I was like half asleep when I was doing this. I can't remember if I was gonna ask the AI about the story first or if I opened TikTok first, but it was the first thing I saw on TikTok. And I don't remember which happened first, but either way, like, the timing of it was weird. You know what I mean?
AI is going to be the downfall of the world. We're literally building our own destruction. How many times have I said it? We are building our own destruction. And I'm going to laugh when it happens. I'm just, like I said, I don't have the survival instinct. Once the world starts to implode, I'm just going to sit back, let it happen, and sip my chai while the world explodes around me. Wait for the nuke to hit me directly in the face. I'm like, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
creepy.
I would play host to an alien.
You would do what?
Play host to an alien.
Like, you would let an alien live here?
I would either let an alien live in my house or, you know.
Oh, your body? Oh, that's weird.
So I've read entirely too many stories where, like,
what is it, like a romance where the alien takes over the body and it's like they fall in love even though they're the same person?
no, more like possession, like fantasy possessions and stuff where
Is that what I
basically
just said?
No, because that's romantic. This is not.
Oh.
Because I don't do romance. So I'm just like, if something just kind of took over my body and I could just kind of like sit back in my own mind and just be like out of it, that'd be fine.
Oh my god.
As long as I kind of wasn't aware of it.
That is so strange. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying to, like, get behind this with you, but I can't even wrap my head around that.
Existing is tiring.
See, but I have such a need for clear consciousness and full control over myself.
My bad.
Clearly, you don't have the same desire for full control of yourself, okay? Jesus. Was that the alien or was that you?
That's the alien.
Yeah,
That's the alien. Oh, the spirit of Maddie has possessed my soul.
Literally.
Sorry, that's so disgusting. I was just yelling at my mom because I was like, nobody wants to hear that, and then I do it.
Yeah. That was a good one, though. I get grossed out sometimes, but yours are fine. No, yours are fine.
Oh my god. That's the thing. I sniffle, and then I'm also crying.
You got yourself all wound up for no reason.
I need to go to bed.
You made yourself have a panic attack. You made yourself cry. You made yourself burp. You made yourself sniff.
I'm just the vile.
I just sit back and watch you.
I am a vile excuse of a human.
No.
Sorry. I should not exist.
No.
That's awful. Oh, no, it's gone.
Oh.
That just reminded me of something, and now I forgot. I had to cut off all my nails. Look how short and stubby they are. So ugly.
Do you want to look at mine? I cut mine this morning, and they were like a hair longer, and they were too long, so I cut them.
No, I had really long nails, and I had to cut them off.
Why?
Because they got really, really thin and frail, because I destroy them as I redo all my polish every day. So, I had to restart, and it's sad. They're so short and stubby.
That's okay, they're not too short.
At least they're pretty.
They're
pretty
very
blue.
pretty.
Okay. Alright, I need to go, because I'm a disaster. And I am so sorry. For anybody who's listening, God bless you. I don't know why you are.
God bless you.
Have we had any hits on any other platform?
I haven't checked yet. I have to get into a routine of checking the other ones too.
Are there apps or something that I need to download to track our analytics?
Probably. So we're on, I forget all of the names of them. Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon. There's a couple that I never heard of, but we're on there.
Okay.
Tell your friends.
And apologize
For
my behavior. I should not be allowed out of the house.
Yeah, that's why we're at your house.
Touche.
That's why we do this here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell your friends if they don't have Spotify, they can check us out on other platforms. We'll be on YouTube soon too.
If I can get myself to stop playing this stupid card game long enough to actually get some work done.
I'll get the work done. You just sit back and in your burps and your slappy and the stinkers or whatever.
Just pop my pamperin and be done.
Yeah. You just sit with your pamperin. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. Okay. Until next week.
We will talk at you next week.
Okay, bye. My bad.
I can't wrap my head around it.